There's a house I saw today down a very expensive road, and this house has got to be in the region of over 2 million, and it is disgusting. The roof work that's been done on the house is atrocious. And this house, as I say, over 2 mil all day long. What's going on?
Do you know what, Danny? It's one of them things, mate. You know, and I know you're a builder as well, but I'm not going to... A lot of the jobs I see are done by builders.
Have a go builders.
Yeah, they're taking on absolutely everything without a clue for everything, you know. And they, you know, I mean, the fiberglass is the big one that you see the biggest mess ups on because it's not done correctly. You know, I'm not a fiberglass lover, but I know if it's done right, it does work and it does the job.
Funny enough, we had a guest on before, and he said exactly the same thing to me because I went up for the fiberglass stuff. I did I think it was a day's course, and he said to me, "I'll put you straight, Dan. You cannot learn fiberglass properly in one day.
No.
You need to..." He went on a 2-week course with a company that were doing it all the time. And he said a lot of the time, it's not the material that fails, it's the way it's done that fails.
Of course it is. And, you know, and that's true. I get that 1,000,000%. And it's like, I think building control got a massive part, you know, especially these extensions and new builds and not so much new, but extensions and lofts and things like that, where they should be getting signed off. Like I went to one the other day for a client. I mean, she must have spent a fortune. Like, it's a massive side and rear extension wraparound. And the roof was 8 degrees with 49s on it. You know, like, who's gone up there and said, that's correct, and passed it off?
Passed it off. Well, the thing is, they don't. So, you know, as a general builder, when you have the district surveyor come out or building control, they pass your foundations, damp course, insulation.
Yeah.
What about the roof? Because I've always said, and I've said to building control, I'd have no problem with you looking at a roof, or even if you're doing drainage, you're saying, how do I get over this bit? We'll do the same with roofs. I've got this difficult roof to get over. What would you suggest? Because what you've just said is so many pitches that have got the wrong tiles on that are leaking through.
Yeah, that's one of my things I do mostly at the moment is taking off low pitch rear extensions. You know, it's just... It's got to stop, though, the bad workmanship, because it's just, you know, I think, you know, you go to these old jobs that you strip off and you look at the workmanship in it, it's proper, you know, and that's like 80 years later. And, you know, you're looking at roofs that haven't even lasted a year.
There's got to be some roofing standards.
There's got to be. There needs to be something applied, you know, that people can't get away with just taking people's money, you know, hard-earned money. And, you know, and it's the same story. Have you called the owner of the business? Can't get through to it.
Can't get through to it.
You know, you hear the same story at the, you know, no matter what address you're at, it's the same story.
And a lot of people say they don't even want them back. They say, I don't want them in my house.
Yeah, and I don't blame them for that because, you know, you see, you know, when you actually run them through the job and actually show them what they've done, you know, like you strip the tiles out and you show them the inside of their roof, that if it weren't for the felt there, they literally wouldn't have a ceiling left because the water's just running. Yeah. You know, and they see that and they're shocked, you know, because even some of the roofs you go to, the tiling looks fine. I said, and they go, but it looks, I go, it doesn't matter. That tile doesn't work.
It won't work on that roof. I totally agree. There's got to be some regulation.
Yeah.
There's got to be some way that we change this because I'm seeing more and more of it all the time. I only this week looked at a GRP failed roof and to tell a client that it's 5 years old, it's got to be stripped completely and taken off because it's failing in multiple... I mean, you could lift this roof up and take it off. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a lovely one to strip.
Yeah. But, one slap, one piece.
That ain't what a client wants to hear. So where are we going to get... You know, it needs to be regulated. I do think rather than just going out there, doing a course and saying, I'm going to buy a set of ladders and a van, I'm going to start... Because the client is not protected.